Hey, hey, hey. On the way to the office, kind of sitting in traffic here. And this morning I was listening to the Hour to Empower. It's every Monday night at 10 o'clock. And they were talking, and Myron was talking about Frederick Douglass and how he was born a slave and his mother was sold into slavery when he was just in the first grade, or he was in what we would know as the first grade, about 6 years old. Okay, and his mistress, the mistress of the house, was teaching him him and some others, slaves, how to read. And the master of the house was very upset with her because he said that if a slave learned to read, then they would never be satisfied, never be content with being a slave. So at that young age, Frederick decided that he was going to learn to read at any cost. Because if the man who could sell him like he was cattle and take his life and not be punished for it did not want him to read, then that was the chief thing that he had to learn to do. Some of the other lessons that we talked about on that call was that Frederick learned to negotiate, because since he worked in the big house, he had access to food. So he would trade his master's food, some of his master's food, for reading lessons from other white children that were around that had the freedom to learn. So he would trade the food for his knowledge. And that's one of the things that we have to learn to do, that I have to learn to do, is to take what is in my hand and play it. Play what you have. Negotiate with people that have what you don't have to get what you need. We all have things that we can do, resources that we can put into work for ourselves. And that was very encouraging to me.